About 40 years ago, when my friend was just 7 years old, he found an intriguing object in a field in southern England. He's kept it in a keepsake box ever since, completely forgetting about it until the other day when it came up in conversation. Curious, he brought it out to take another look. The object is about the size of a saucer and was found near some Roman ruins, though we're unsure of its exact origin. Could it actually be Roman? It would be fascinating to know, or even to learn more about the style of design on the plate. I've tried searching for similar Roman, Turkish, or Celtic plates, but nothing quite matches what we found. It would be amazing to uncover the value of this item. There's also another possibility to consider. My friend mentioned that a large mansion once stood nearby, and it's possible that the plate could have been dropped by someone from that estate, making it an antique that somehow ended up in the field. Whatever the truth may be, we're eager to find out more about its history and significance. Any idea what it could be? I recently opened an old guitar case and was shocked by what I found inside. The guitar has always been stored in this case, and the last time I had opened it was about 6 months ago. When I checked, there was no distinct smell or dampness, yet something seemed off. Does anyone know what it is? My friend, who is both a microbiologist and a guitarist, took a look at the situation and explained that the mold is likely caused by moisture. He mentioned that the moisture could be harmful to both the guitar and its electronics. While he agreed it might be worth trying to clean it up, he strongly advised against me doing it myself. He warned that disturbing the mold without proper protection could lead to serious infections. He told me that I should absolutely seal the case and remove it from indoors. Stirring up the mold inside would quickly fill my home with spores, likely causing an overwhelming spread. He recommended running a high-quality air purifier, as the mold has likely left behind other spores. Mold is no joke, and it can be very dangerous, not only to healthy adults, but especially to those with weakened immune systems, children, and the elderly. During some renovation work, we came across an unusual contraption in the basement of an Eastern European house built in the 1960s. It's made of metal, and while it may have been able to move at one point, it no longer does. The object has no engravings or markings of any kind. The hole measures about 1 meter by 1 meter, with a depth of approximately 30 centimeters, about the depth of 2 bricks. The rusted plate visible at the back has a handle, and it seems that there were once hinges there. It doesn't appear that anything was purposely hidden beneath the floor, but its purpose remains a mystery. Any ideas what this thing is? After brainstorming with my friend, we've concluded that this is likely a valve used to control the flow of a storm drain, possibly designed to prevent water from flowing back. It's located near the street and almost perfectly aligned with the storm drain in the adjacent room. This object was found in the river next to a 12th century Czech castle. It has a circumference of 12 inches and features a nub on its top. The pictures reveal what appears to be L3K in raised letters, along with a small brass disc that is slightly raised but fused onto the object. The disc bears the inscription 7 symbols 70 and 919. The object weighs 6.6 pounds. Any idea what it could be? I emailed pictures of the object to the local museum and received a response from the castle staff. They confirmed that it is a decimal weight, or rather a part of one. The top is missing, which would have had some type of chain passing through it, as indicated by the writing on the bottom that reads 3 kilograms. The stamp on it marks it as an official item, and while the exact date is unclear, the stamp suggests it dates back to before 1918, placing it in the Austro-Hungarian Empire era. Although it isn't particularly expensive or rare, it is a nice little treasure and a valuable collectible. I found this object near a popular fishing spot by the train tracks, a place where many people gather to fish. It appears to be a handle, and inside there's a yellowish liquid. The object is about 6 inches long, and its unusual appearance left me curious about its purpose. It doesn't seem to fit the typical items you'd find near a fishing area. Does anyone know what it is? It's a chemical light stick designed for safety. You attach it to your jacket using a metal clip, And in the event that you fall overboard while operating a boat at sea, you squeeze it against the handle to crack the light stick and activate its glow. It's an essential survival tool. Unfortunately, the metal clip on this one is missing, likely rusted away over time. I came across an unusual lighthouse-like structure near Nassau in the Bahamas, and am curious if anyone knows what it is or what it was used for. It appears that there was once a bridge connecting it to the nearby island, or possibly a lower boat dock, but I'm unsure of its original purpose or when it was constructed. The sight of it left me intrigued, as it's unlike any other structure I've encountered. Any idea what this is made for? The structure is part of the abandoned Coral World in Nassau, the Bahamas. Coral World Bahamas, which opened in 1987, was a combination aquarium and beach resort. Its iconic lighthouse-like tower observatory was constructed on an artificial island, connected to the mainland of Nassau by an elevated causeway. My friend and I stumbled upon a very heavy metal object in a ditch deep within the forest. It weighs around 300 kilograms, and with the help of 4 other guys, we could barely move it. Given its weight, I highly doubt it has anything inside, and I'm certain it's not a bomb. The object is approximately 1.5 meters in length and 0.5 meters in height. It's clearly solid, with very thick walls. Definitely not hollow, and there are no openings, only welds. Although there's a river nearby, it's neither wide nor deep enough for ships to pass through. The nearest deep rivers or lakes are far from the area. While the object does resemble the anchor of a mooring buoy, I can't quite figure out how it ended up in such an isolated spot. Does anyone know what it is? We live along a fairly decent-sized creek in rural northeastern Oklahoma, and with the water level having dropped significantly, I decided to explore some of the shallower areas. Tonight, I came across an interesting find, partially submerged in mud and water. It appears to be handmade, possibly from clay or another natural material. I'm wondering if it might be very old stoneware, perhaps the lid to a clay pot. The object measures about 2 inches across and 1 inch deep. As I examined it, I noticed crude markings all around its surface, some of which have worn away with time. It also looks like it originally had a handle that has since broken off. Does anyone know what it is? They are located in Ridgewood Cemetery in North Liberty, Iowa, where my uncle serves on the cemetery board. The 2 objects, which are side by side, are a little over 6 feet long and are situated in the oldest part of the cemetery, where no records exist. There are no markings on them, and despite visiting many cemeteries, I don't believe I have ever come across anything like them before. Does anyone know what these could be?